Hello. Oh, it's very high again, isn't it?
Hello. Good for our posture.
Very good. Very good. Right, off we go.
Hello.
I'm going to press action in 3, 2, 1. Action on the double. Sorry,
Hello.
That's Paw Patrol.
On the double. It's also Kim Possible.
Oh, that's
in danger, in trouble, I'm there on the double. You know that you always can say Kim Possible.
Right. Okay.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Yeah. You love Valentine's Day, don't you?
I do. It's a special day. It's a special day for love. It's a special day for romance.
I find Valentine's Day quite triggering.
Yeah. I thought you might like this balloon. Sorry.
That really hurt. Don't do that again. I actually mean that. Don't do that again.
Okay.
You just keep the balloon over there.
I'll keep it over there.
I
saw
that
this
balloon.
and I couldn't help myself, and I thought, what a better way? What a better way to start the day than with a big red shiny balloon?
You have dry shampoo quite obviously in your hair. I
Oh.
think you should just rub that out.
Oh, silly me!
You trying to look like Cruella.
Silly me. Bonus though about leaving your dry shampoo in to saturate. Is as you rub it in like this and the flakes come down, it sets your makeup.
Oh.
Sets your makeup for the whole day. So you get a 2-in-1 product.
That's
Batiste,
nice.
one of our sponsors. Thank you, Batiste.
Love Batiste. Always use Batiste.
Always use Batiste. Dry up those hairs, dry up those armpits, dry up anything that you need. Even if you've got a wet patch on the floor, it will do the trick.
Yeah, that's nice. Just looks quite grey now, your hair, doesn't it? It looks
That's
like
sort of the look that I'm going for.
right, like Cruella de Vil.
Yeah, or sort of like an old Hollywood movie star.
Right, star. Yeah.
Um,
Well, I
How are
obviously
you?
recently got dumped, so Valentine's Day is not a fun day for me this year. I've taken on a new edge, actually, just a new mean edge. Valentine's Day.
you could do a sort of anti-Valentine's Day. You could destroy anything pink or red. You could run up to couples in the street and you could say mean things to them. You know, you can make it your own celebration.
Well, I'm trying to think of a really nice, endearing, self-aware Instagram post I can do,
Lovely.
just to show that, you know, just to let people know that it's okay to not be okay on Valentine's Day.
Because the thing is also, nobody knows that. Nobody says it.
No.
Nobody says it's okay not to be okay. You're the first person to have ever said that.
I think so.
And I think that we need more awareness on the issue.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm not going to have a nice day. I'm just going to try and, you know, the kids are being it's half term. Valentine's Day falling during half term is also just, you know, it's not really I can't do anything anyway. I couldn't go on a cruise today,
No.
could I?
No?
No.
It wouldn't be ideal, would it?
Or to a restaurant.
No.
So they're just sitting behind this little wall thing here. They're being very quiet.
Very silent. It's actually quite impressive. Hello, kiddies!
No, don't say that because then they will respond.
Oh. But they've been at mime camp recently, haven't they? That's
well,
why
I
they've
do
learned
want,
it.
out of the 4, I do want at least 2 clowns. I
Yes, 4 of the 16, you mean?
think. 18.
18. So just 4 behind the wall today, though. So
4
these
who
are
are
your 4
able to
faves.
sit silently.
These are your 4 faves.
Yeah, my 4 faves.
Because you have to have favourites. You
as children, yeah, you
to
have
have
to.
favourites.
People who say I don't have a favourite child as a mother,
Liars.
absolute liars.
Liar, pants on fire.
Because their birth,
Yeah.
you're gonna have a favourite birth.
Of course, which one slid straight out and gave you like a warm hug, and which one tore you from limb to limb?
Exactly, and I truly believe that how they were born does dictate their personalities, like their star signs. And yeah, I'm not going to get on with a Capricorn.
No.
I'm not going to get, and I got 4 Capricorns,
Oh,
you know?
hell.
I really tried to time my pregnancies to make sure I got only Libra men.
Libra men.
Yeah. Yeah.
I want exclusively triple cancers. I think that we would make such a great team.
Yeah.
Because I'm a triple cancer.
What's a triple cancer? So moon.
Moon sign, sun sign, Saturn sign, the shooting star sign, you know, all of the
Right.
major signs.
Right.
Yeah.
So like all of your planets, you're mainly
All
in
of my
Cancer.
planets, all of my galaxies, all of them Cancer. In fact, if you actually look at my blood in a DNA little petri dish, it's just tiny little crabs. All of my cells
Really?
are shaped like tiny little crabs because I'm a true triple Cancer.
Oh. Well, and for me, I wonder what mine is. All I know is that I've got a lot of Aries in me. when I'm in fact...
You fucked a lot of Aries men.
Yeah, a lot of Aries. But that's so interesting. I would love to just kind of know a bit more about that, and really, so that people can't just kind of dismiss star sign, mythology as mythology.
No.
Mythology.
Yeah. No, it's real. It's science. It's science.
It is science.
So well done, kids. Well done for staying silent
Stay
back
quiet
there.
and you get some Haribo.
Haribo?
Haribo?
I'm sure it's I'm sure
Kids
it's
and
Haribo.
grown-ups love it so.
Let's all fun with Haribo.
No, let's all go to Haribo.
That was beautiful.
It's a place in the Mediterranean.
It is, of course.
Not that we'll ever go, because, I can't travel.
No, of course, I know that you've been blacklisted, haven't you? From all abroad flights. No, and you don't have a passport anymore.
No.
But it's fine.
I don't need to go abroad. I'm fine. I basically don't need to leave the house very much anymore, because you can work from home. I can have Zoom meetings. I can have my, voiceover booth here. Directors, writers, they all come to me.
They do, and they say we're going to the Bessie pad.
Exactly.
And they all copter in, don't they,
Yeah.
on your helicopter landing pad.
Yeah.
And also, worst case scenario, you can just swim across to the channel with those big old swimmer shoulders of yours.
just
You could
swim
get there in
there.
5 minutes.
I could. So yeah, so we're trapped in the flat for the foreseeable, but that's okay. That's okay. We had a really good night out, didn't we?
Oh, we had a wonderful, wonderful night out. I decided to treat Bessie in her glum days, to go and see a dear close friend of mine, who's a cabaret performer, and her specialty in her performance is actually using a feather boa to juggle eggs. And I went into this expecting Bessie to just be mesmerised, and little did I know that Bessie herself is in fact one of the most superior egg feather boa jugglers that this country's ever seen. She saw this performer and she said, "That was shit! That was shit!"
And I use vegan eggs.
And she uses vegan eggs, so she's superior in every way, in every sense of the word. And it just blew my mind. And it was a confidence boost for you. It gave me the confidence to say, do you know what? You're shit. And she's not my friend anymore, that person.
No, don't ever speak to her
Never
again.
speaking to her ever again.
If they aren't supremely talented,
No, then they
you don't want to know them.
Not in my roster, because
No.
that's what we always say. That's one of our major life philosophies. The second that somebody becomes inferior, cut them out of your life.
Absolutely.
Cut them out of your life.
Yeah. You only want to be around people who make you feel awful about your abilities, but make you want to work harder.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I scout for new friends constantly online, on Instagram, on Facebook, on Bebo. We're still using Bebo. For people that are more talented in my exact field, in my casting category. They're the only people I want to befriend. So if you're watching this and you're one of my current friends, sorry, you're on the way out.
Unless you've won an award lately.
Unless you've won an award lately.
Which brings us to the lovely topic of, we went to, like everybody in the industry, anyone who's somebody
Everyone
went to the
get out the klaxon. Everyone in the industry, come along.
We all went to the What's on Stage Awards.
Our favourite
Obviously,
awards.
Jodie Comer won, and I don't have a bad word to say about
Jojo.
Jojo.
We can't say a bad word about Jojo.
No. Our local newsagent actually still has her Vogue cover going. It's been bleached in the sun, so you can just make out Jodie's nostrils.
Yes.
That you can tell Jodie's nostrils anywhere, can't you?
She's got the most distinctive nostrils in the industry. That's what everyone says.
So the newsagent just won't take it down, will they?
They won't take it down because she's the golden girl.
Yeah.
And you know that thing where everyone tells you, and you have like hanging out with a group of friends, and they say, "Oh my God, you need to meet this girl. She's the best girl in the whole world. She's the coolest person ever." And most of the time, I would say 99% of the time, you meet that girl and you're like, boring. She's not the coolest girl in the world.
No.
Jojo is.
She is. And
Jojo is.
And apparently, she's a very good skier.
Really? Doesn't surprise me. Long leggies.
Exactly. She does some squats, doesn't she?
Oh, you can tell.
And she does a lot of acting.
Yeah.
She never stops working, does she?
I can't even begin to think of her iCal. It blows my mind. It makes me stressed to think of her iCal.
I don't think she has an iCal. I think she's too big for an iCal.
Probably.
Yeah.
She probably has a human iCal that just walks around with her, who acts as an iCal.
She's so in work, she probably doesn't know what it's like to not be in character on a film set in a beautiful TV series, film.
No.
Like she
probably doesn't know what it's like to sit down on a chair. She probably hasn't sat down on a sofa in 5 years.
She has been working very hard.
Somebody give Jojo a break.
So we don't have a bad word to say about
We
Jojo.
don't have a bad word to say about Jojo. And she looked fabulous last night.
She did. A nice choppy haircut.
Lovely chop. Somebody chopped it chop.
Yeah. And but we went to the What's on Stage Awards just to have a little look around,
just to catch up with some of our dear pals,
see some frenemies,
but put a little bit of pressure on those development producers. Hello, when are you going to be knocking at our door?
Yeah, why are you out? You should be reading our thing. Why
you
are you
said you would be.
Yeah,
and you said you'd text me back.
But we noticed something, and it was only because JJ's told me this. It's suddenly clocked into place. So you know how all of the big actresses like to go, once they've won an award, they like to do that.
What's their favourite thing to do?
They like to get an Instagram taken eating a burger. Just
to
show how humble they are.
Just to show how lovely and relatable they are, that they eat bad food too.
Yeah, and all they wanted during the awards was to get that Mackie D.
Yeah, that big old slice of pizza.
And they eat chips. They're not afraid of chips.
They eat chocolate. They eat cake.
They're normal people.
Well, guess what?
We have a renovation for you.
Renovation. We've got a big old renovation. We've got the biggest reformation that you've ever seen.
It blew my little tiny tourist mind.
Blew her mind straight off. She couldn't talk in English for 3 hours. She started speaking in Spanish.
Mm-hmm.
It's all a lie. It's called the McDonald's booth. And they have it. It's a travelling little van, like you might get at a wedding if you're one of these sort of lovely yuppie middle-class people that has a wedding, with a food van that comes and it feeds all of your guests in the middle of the night. A very similar type of vehicle, silver on the outside. Gets to the vehicle, comes in through a private door in the back, all curtained, right? This is one of the most hush-hush things that you're going to find at these events. They want it to be a shh secret.
Mm-hmm.
You get ushered in through the back. This van drives in, opens up, and it looks just like a McDonald's. It looks just like McDonald's. Which McDonald's? The one in King's Cross.
Mm-hmm.
Because everyone knows that that's the funnest one.
It's like a TARDIS.
Yeah, it's like a TARDIS. It's
McDonald's
huge
TARDIS.
on the inside. In fact, I'm going to retract my answer. I'm going to say Liverpool Street has the best McDonald's. Because we've got our guy singing. You know, the guy who hands out the orders singing. You know, you only know that if you're actually a true patron of McDonald's. Anyway, these actresses, they come in, don't they, Bessie?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They come in. A big man who works for the company in the McDonald's booth takes a big bite out of the burger, hands it over to this beautiful tiny little actress, and then he takes the photo of her, and it looks like she's taking a bite out
with her friends. So she's also, you know, she's laid back. She's a superstar. She's just won this award, but she's also got friends and eats McDonald's. And they put a green screen. They have a green screen thing behind her to kind of put in wherever she is in London that she wants to be. So she can say, I want it by a river. I want it by the London Eye.
McDonald's by a river. McDonald's on the London Eye.
Yeah, and they have the photo.
The friends, by the way, who are the friends? Hired actors.
Mm-hmm.
We know that these actresses don't have any friends, as if they would have any friends.
If you look closely, you'll see that a lot of them are wearing wigs.
So the wig industry in
booming.
the fake friend McDonald's, this is one of the biggest conspiracies that we're uncovering right now.
Yeah.
You know, Alex Jones, fucking get it, hint, come over here.
Alex Jones from The One Show?
No.
She doesn't do a McDonald's booth. What are you talking about? Who's Alex Jones? Oh, JJ, who's Alex Jones?
Alex Jones, the very, very famous right-wing conspiracy theorist who does, what is it called? News Wars or Infowars.
Never heard of her.
Good for you,
Is
Bessie.
it him?
Yeah.
It's him.
Yeah.
Never heard of them.
Keep your head in the clouds. That's what I always say. Keep your head in the clouds. Don't
even want to read
but
the
he
news.
could take a hint from us. So that was quite shocking for us, wasn't it?
It was, but it was also quite nice
It was
just to realise
nice.
that, you know,
Nobody's
everybody
relatable.
is just desperate to be liked. And we're not desperate to be liked,
We're not desperate to be
obviously.
liked.
But it's nice to know that other people are.
Yeah. We've tried having friends before. We've tried being likeable, being relatable. And the fact is people just get too jealous and that's when the nastiness starts to come out.
Exactly, because most ponies are one-trick ponies.
They're one tricks.
I mean, sorry, most actresses are ponies.
They are. and they neigh.
And they don't have the ability to spin many fancy plates like we do.
And they're terrible at dressage.
Oh, yeah. So they're not in development for a sitcom.
No.
They don't have a hit, tell it truthfully podcast.
They're too focused on getting this perfect Instagram grid.
Mm-hmm. We're not. We don't give a shit about that.
Okay, because, watch out. I'm on the verge of doing some slam poetry right now. I'm so riled up.
Please don't do that.
The grid has this feed.
Please said chips.
The grid has I've been fed this nonsense on the grid. It's
I don't like it when people call it a grid.
It's all a lie.
Do you know what I don't like it when people go, I saved this for the grid?
Oh, I detest it. I just detest it. And do you know what I hate? Is when people do the slideshow of the pictures with their significant other, where one of them is always sort of looking at them adoringly, like it's some sort of candid photograph, and one of them's running into the sea, and there's obviously an ugly one, but it's not really an ugly one. Just be honest. Get your nudes up on there. If you're going to show your partner, I want to see you guys having sex.
Yes.
Stop teasing me. Stop edging me with all of this nonsense about you holding hands on the beach. I'm not interested.
Yeah. I know. I did see a couple today on Instagram that did, again, they were quite triggering for me because it did seem like this kind of very carefully curated 10-post thing showed true love.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, you do.
I know who you're talking about.
And I it kind of upset me because I genuinely think that they are the most in love people that I've ever seen in my life.
I know.
And yes, I wanted to immediately go into a dark cave and cry.
Yeah.
But then I also thought, I don't know what I thought.
No.
I felt quite sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's okay. Because it's okay not to be okay.
Remember? I think I need to start paying someone.
Copyright.
Don't you think that we should start paying someone just to take photos of us all the time?
I think that would be a revolutionary idea.
Great idea for our lives.
It really would be.
Yeah. And healthy for the kids to see.
Also, I think that I would like there to be a ban, like a law in place that actually persecutes people for saying, and I just want to say thanks to my hair and makeup team.
HMU.
To my HMU. Couldn't have done this without you. Sarah, stop. You are my number one gal. And I can't imagine this journey without you. Every day you make me belly laugh. Who the fuck has ever belly laughed? I've never belly laughed in my life.
Barely laughed, to be honest.
Barely laugh rather than belly.
Barely laughed.
It's all nonsense and you hate these people and they're all out to get you. So don't trust anyone.
Don't trust anyone, especially if they're a development producer.
Yeah, or especially if they're an actress eating McDonald's.
Now, I've saved this revelation for this part of the podcast just because I think that you're going to get quite upset.
Okay.
So I thought I would just save it for when we're on air.
Uh-huh.
Just so that you don't, freak out. But I did find out something quite concerning about our latest development deal.
No.
I found out...
Bessie, what?
Well, I found out that our development producer, Kat...
Yes?
Well... I found out that she's just 18. She hasn't done her A-levels yet.
18?
Mm-hmm.
18 years old?
She's just turned 18. And she's been looking after our project now for a good 3 years.
They need to stop doing these outside recruits.
So she is talented at her job, but now I realise some of the things she say were suspect.
What are her A-levels? What A-levels is she doing?
History of art and English.
Oh,
obviously.
okay, basic bitch.
So we
Latin
have
in there.
We have put our future in an 18-year-old's hands, unfortunately.
And it's not the first time.
She said she has connections at Sky, and we trusted her.
I bet she doesn't even work there.
She doesn't work at Sky. She works at the production company. I reckon she sucked someone off at Sky.
She definitely sucked somebody off at Sky.
And that is her connection. And as we know, that's not going to do anything for your career. Don't do that, girls.
Well, apart from when it does. Do you remember when I lost out that role to that girl that was sucking off the director even though he had 5 kids? And his wife was there. She sucked him off in the bathroom.
It's okay, kids. We're just...
Don't worry. They can't understand us. They can't understand us.
You go and get a snack now. Go and get a snack.
The girl came in... the girl came
Go
in.
and get a snack.
Yeah, go and get a snack.
You can have 5 Jaffa cakes.
4. Leave one for me. Okay. This actress, you know, she was there. She was actually, you know what? She wasn't even an actress. She was a runner. She was serving tea and coffee and getting out the snacks for everyone. And I was there for the read-through with the beautiful Andrew Scott, everyone's nation's sweetheart, jumping on and off that chair. We were doing a read-through on and off the chair. The man didn't stay sitting for a single second. His trainers were so bouncy. He just wanted to show everyone, look at me, I can bounce.
Maybe he's getting in his cardio.
Maybe that's the thing, because he's so busy. He's so busy like JoJo, so you have to get it in somehow. So he was doing a fabulous job. My line's coming up, and then suddenly this runner comes in, her lipstick is all over her face. And the director, he's got a big red belly. He's trying to get his t-shirt down, but it was too small. And suddenly it's, JJ, you're out, she's in. So don't worry, I know the power of sucking off the big guy.
And you got morals.
I got morals, and I got lockjaw, so it just doesn't work. It just doesn't work for me.
Well, so we have to work out what to do about Kat, because maybe we should take our project elsewhere, or do we trust her connection at Sky for another few years and just put our careers on hold waiting for that response?
Well, should we give a teaser about what our project is about, just to get the
our ideas.
We don't want anyone to steal our ideas, but we do know that we have a lot of industry listening.
That's
we know.
True. Okay.
300 episodes in, we know who's listening, and we know it's hungry development producers.
Well, it is patented.
It's what? It's what?
It is patented.
Of course it is. It's patented.
Because it's also, it can be, it's such a complex yet simple, commercial yet not
artistic,
commercial, integrity issue idea.
Yeah, because it's structural, isn't it?
Exactly.
But it's also non-linear.
It's also jelly.
Yeah, that's the technical term for it at the moment. That's what they're using a lot.
Jelly, like it can go all over the place.
It can go all over the place, and it can wiggle and it can wobble.
Like it can go on a plate, but it could also go on your cinema screen.
And you need to set it in the fridge. Mm-hmm. So that's the main sort of umbrella term for what we're working on. So it can
actually be also classified as an object.
Yes.
Like a physical object, which is why it is patented.
And the object is to be consumed.
Exactly.
Consumed by consumers, i.e., you, if you're lucky. So go on, Bessie, I want to hear it. Just give him a little taster. We're not going to go all the way into it because...
Well, we're going between 2 titles, aren't we, at the moment? Yeah. So we got your choice of title, which is...
It is The Ribbons of Wisdom.
The Ribbons of Wisdom is JJ's title of choice.
Yeah, Ribbons of Wisdom.
I think we can all agree is utter shit.
Okay.
So my preferred title is... Mummies in the Mountains.
Mummies in the Mountains. Mummies in the Mountains.
And so the idea essentially is about 2 mountains.
Yeah.
2 sisters, 2 mountains. They get lost.
Mm-hmm. One sister on one mountain, other sister on another mountain.
And they have to track each other down. They had a big fight.
They had a huge fight.
Because one of them was an utter bitch.
Yeah.
And so they separated. And
one of them said that the other one only had big boobs because it's just fat.
It is just fat. So they just decided that they would separate and go on their own way.
Big boobs. Sorry.
And they would go on their way.
And you don't.
You said you were going to dress modestly today, and you turned up looking like that, yeah?
If you're going to rile me up, the shirt's coming off.
Now I feel
the vintage shirt's coming off.
That is my bra.
Looks better on me.
It's a rosy bra from M&S.
It's Rosie Huntington Whiteley.
Yeah, she's good.
Oh, I love her and I love Jason Statham.
Are they still together?
I love that they're still together.
They got together when she was very young. They did
very young.
How old was
very
she?
Young, 6 years old, I think.
Jesus. So they had a big fight because they said some mean things.
Said some mean things.
And so they separated and they decided to race to the top of the mountain.
But there were lots of obstacles on the way. Did you think it was going to be an easy ride?
And animals. Lots of animals.
Animals, obstacles, branches that fall in an inconvenient position that they have to climb over, maybe potentially crawl under.
Get impaled by.
And ultimately, these sisters, thinking that they can make this journey on their own, actually need each other. And how are they going to communicate? They're on 2 different mountains, for Christ's sake. One word? Bats. Tell them, Bessie. What are bats have? What's their special skill?
Crying.
Apart from that,
they are good at sending communication to
echolocation.
Echolocation.
So these two girls, bat girls, if you will, big batty gals, they essentially start to communicate like bats across these two mountains and develop this skill that they never knew that they had. And when they find their way to the top of the mountain and see each other for the first time, oh, it's an emotional roller coaster like you wouldn't believe.
They both lost 3 stone.
Exactly.
So it's also like a weight loss.
It's also like a fitness video.
Yeah.
That's the amazing thing, because it's when you move your arms like a bat as well, which you have to do in order to perform the echolocation. You're gonna get Davina McCall level toned arms.
And so it's a story of the sisters coming back together. It's uplifting, it's funny, it's physical, it's weird, but it's also, there's so many business opportunities with this idea.
So many levels. We can sell merchandise.
They can go on walking tours where they're going up the mountains.
Movie tours where we filmed it.
Cuddly toy bats.
Cuddly toy bats, cuddly toy sisters.
Real bats. We could get real bats. Every time you buy the film, like say on Amazon Prime or something.
A bat just flies through your window.
Just comes through your window.
And most importantly, the fitness video, which, as I've already dropped the hint, is we're in talks with Davina currently. And
it's no hike. It's not just a normal hike, this.
She is going to crush it as well. She's going to crush that fitness video.
Well, we're in talks with her to play our mother, aren't we?
Yeah. I mean, everyone's always said the resemblance is uncanny with us. So it's very exciting. And it's such a simple concept, like you said. Such a simple concept. One location, two actors. Two mountains. You know, find them.
If they can fake a McDonald's, they can fake a fucking mountain.
I could find 2 mountains for you in 5 minutes around the corner.
Exactly.
And
I've been up Everest a few times. I can make it up a fake mountain.
Exactly. And it's just frustrating, isn't it, Bessie?
That they don't bite.
We're cracking our heads together here to say, hello, give the people what they want, which is Bessie and JJ Cube. You all know it. We know it. And yet we're just getting rejection after rejection here. It's very frustrating.
We don't bring ourselves down. We don't get down by it.
No,
we don't. We know.
We don't.
We know that, we know. We just know.
We do.
We just know.
That's the exciting thing, because the knowledge is power. Thank you. So it's been a little bit of a difficult week for us. We've had ups and downs.
But I think I got some good intel at the What's on Stage Awards about some directors and producers.
Yeah.
And I think that even though Kat is 18, I think we do give her another shot.
I think so.
And
she's a
we've
talented
just
lady.
pitched our idea to our viewers right now. So don't worry, guys, it will get made. If we have to do a Kickstarter, we will use all that money just for our, interior design in our flat. But
exactly.
We might have to do that.
Yeah. But we know that you would be willing to pay. You don't have to tell us twice. We know that you would all be willing to chip in 30,
40 grand.
40 grand, potentially, per person. We know that you'd be willing to do that. We know that you'd be willing to spend your life savings on us because you're desperate to see the Batgirl story.
You can put in, just a couple of grand each even.
Just honestly,
just to help
pocket money?
To help us make a taster.
Pocket money?
Because if we make a taster, the industry will come biting.
They're going to come biting like bats.
So that's what we need to put on our Patreon.
Yeah, we do.
Just like an SOS.
Yeah, just an SOS.
Just to get Kat a bit jealous.
Just to make her a tiny bit aware of how potent and sexual the energy that we're giving off is, and that people want to fertilize our idea.
Yeah.
And we want to give birth to it.
Yeah.
What's so wrong with that?
Yeah.
Oh! There's a nice little head massage. I can't wait to surprise Horace with this later.
Oh, yeah. What are you planning?
Well, we were going to go to our favourite restaurant, but
Which is
it's a steakhouse. It's a rib and steakhouse.
Angus Steakhouse.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Fancy.
The one on the corner of Oxford Circus where the big Topshop used to be.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
R.I.P. R.I.P.
Yeah.
So really romantic, just a quiet little nook in the wall.
Do you remember when we used to do our self-tapes in Topshop?
Yeah.
Topshop changing rooms. It's such good lighting.
Brilliant lighting, incredibly flattering.
Yeah.
Just I look fantastic and everything that I put on in there.
Do you remember when we once got Philip Green to be the guy you were acting opposite on the self-tapes?
Yes. And I remember the casting director getting in contact and saying, "Who is that lovely voice behind the camera? I feel like I know him from somewhere."
Yeah.
And that's why Topshop disbanded, because he ended up pursuing an acting career, but under a pseudonym.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm not going to name names. But if everyone's wondering who this beautiful new actor on the scene is, Johnny Flynn, everyone knows. Yes. Everyone knows in the industry, it's an open secret, that that's just Philip Green.
Yeah.
It's just Philip Green.
Yeah.
He's just got taller, lost a bunch of weight, aged down, and dyed his hair blonde.
Yeah.
It's not that hard.
No, exactly.
Look at all those building men over there. I feel like they're watching us. Hello, boys.
Shush now. Shush.
Hello, boys.
Shush now.
Hello, boys.
Okay.
So
I think yeah. So you're going to go to Angus
Steakhouse. They do a special offer. In fact, where because I love ribs, and I love anything with bones in it, where I can feel the bones in my hand. Like, it's always just been my favorite thing. But they do strange animals. They do a strange animals special where you get a lovely discount. So you're going to get all different types of animals. You're going to get wombats. You're going to get geese.
Wow.
Have you ever had a rib of a geese?
No, because I'm vegan. Thank you.
Incredible. And it's a wonderful discount, and it's just a bit of fun. Muck in, get yourself dirty, and then they hose you off in the restaurant. In the booth, that's why they have such high-backed chairs in the booths.
Right.
Because if they hose you down, you're not going to get splashed back onto your customers.
And then you don't have to have a shower later.
You don't have to have a shower later before the real event begins. It is still a bit of an issue. Horace hasn't responded to my messages for the last couple of weeks, but I know that he's going to be waiting there for me tonight.
Maybe he died.
There's a chance. There's always a chance. There's always a chance.
Quite old now.
He is old now. Yeah. He is. He's rickety on the sides.
I think you should just be a feminist, and if he has died, still go to Angus Steakhouse on your own.
I mean, if the men on the prowl at the Angus Steakhouse at Oxford Circus, they aren't going to be ready. They're not going to be ready. They're not going to be ready for me. Wombat bone in my mouth, wet from the shower, because I've already been hosed down, but I've gone in for round 2. Oh, it's going to be love o'clock tonight.
Kids.
And I'm gonna take my balloon.
Take your balloon. I think the kids need to kind of go and do some exercise. They've eaten a lot of Jaffa cakes.
Yeah. What kind of fun activity do you think you and the kids are going to get up to tonight?
I think we're just going to watch kind of like an old episode of Ant and Dec Saturday Night Takeaway.
Perfect. I know that's your favourite, isn't it? Ant and Dec with their lovely little shackets.
There's just nothing I like more than watching Ant and Dec prank people.
There's nothing more actually
romantic.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you say goodbye to everybody now in a slutty way as usual. Bye. Thank you so much for listening. And if you were triggered by any issues in this
if you were triggered by any of the issues or the topics that we've covered, then you need to fucking get a grip, don't you? No.
Thank you for listening. And happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
And good luck with your A-levels to our development producer.
Good luck. Good luck, because we're counting on you.
Thank you for listening, and I hope that you all have a wonderful week full of positivity and industry success. Mm-hmm. And if you are rejected for the millionth time, then just take stock of
and cleanse your aura. In fact, I might try and do that a little bit now. So for our viewers, whoever's watching our video podcast, here we go, cleansing your aura. And then for our audio listeners, this is me cleansing your aura. Okay, just tune in for a little bit of ASMR.
And that's a cut on episode. What episode is this? 379?
Yeah.
Fucking hell.